Hey guys, and welcome to another episode in my new series. In this series, I take all of the information that Trion give us for the upcoming patches, and I give it to you guys in an easy-to-digest video. So starting out, they confirmed Stellar Equipment, which is a tier above Radiant. So there's going to be a new tier of Radiant, or I guess just Equipment Stellar, when the new patch comes out, the Mantle of Power. And with these, they are finally adding the hat and face auras that they talked about like 7 or 8 months ago. Whenever they added Radiant items, they also said they were going to add the face and hat aura, but they never did. Now with the new tier of equipment, they will be doing that. And also, I don't know if you guys remember, but like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I talked about how the new Sky Realm-ish type biomes, these reskinned biomes, to be honest. One of them, they're going to drop the item for the new equipment. I guess this is what that will be. So if you do get that one biome, maybe you'll make a lot of flex. I don't know. I don't know how much these new Stellar equipments are going to cost. But moving on, because that's all they gave us. By the way, this is going to be a very short video in terms of news. Most of it's going to be me just talking about what they talked about. But moving on, since they lost 95% of their player base since it came out on Steam, I'll probably link the Steam charts in the description below so you guys can see how kind of, I guess I could just say like pathetic it is that their player base just like dropped off. They lost 95% of their player base, and since they did that, they are now freeing up all the names from players that don't log in by March 7th. So you have, I think, 2 weeks to log in to secure your name, and if you don't, your name will be free. You'll keep your name. However, if somebody else wants to change their name to your name, then it will pull it from you. If you would like to change your name, you can spend $10 and get a rename tag. So yeah, they they are hyping up once again a paid feature. What is that, like 4 times this month? But hey, when you have a player base considerably populated by younger people, I guess you can get away with this kind of stuff. So, oh well. Next up, they're changing the lesser dragon caches next week. At rare, they're going to give 10 coins now instead of a random dragon soul, and you can now get 3,000 flux at uncommon. However, to counter the flux you get from the dragon caches, they're also reducing the amount of flux you get for deconstructing S2 items and above. So there are 2 things that I want to talk about for this change for people that might be wondering how it's going to affect the game. First off, this will not devalue flux at all. I had some people asking me if it's going to change the value of flux. It isn't. Each player can only receive 4 dragon caches per hour, and the 3k flux drop is an uncommon, so for the most part you will only be getting that 3k flux every 2 or 3 hours, maybe even longer if you're unlucky. And you also have to remember that they're reducing the value that you get from deconstructing items, and that adds up a lot. So that's a lot of flux that gets entered into the game, because where else do you get flux? If you think about it, where else do you get pure flux in the game? It is almost all just from deconstructing gear. So that's actually going to probably raise the value of flux. Maybe. We'll have to see. I feel like it's going to even out perfectly, just like how it is now. So if you want to kind of compare this to the change when they first added dragon caches for the first time in beta, the reason why flux went so down the drain at that time is because that's when they introduced forge souls for the first time, and pentas were worth 75, even 80k at that time, and the common drops that you got from dragon caches were 1 to 2k flux. Like, a common drop was 2,000 flux when they first came out. So it's a very, very, very big difference, and you cannot compare this change to that change. So I feel like the value is going to stay exactly the same. Also with the player market, it's just so easy to farm items that the value of flux should not be changing at all. The second thing is that I want to kind of make this known a little bit. So with this, is that it makes their pay-to-win greater caches even more valuable, since you cannot receive dragon coins, or dragon souls I mean, from lesser dragon caches anymore. However, I wouldn't probably go crying to the forums or anything, because it's only 1 dragon soul. I just, it needs to be in the back of your mind that also raises the value for the greater dragon caches, because you need to be aware when you're a consumer. And the second thing they're also going to be doing for dragon challenges is that they're making the 1 coin for the, the 1 coin that we get for 99-point tier. They're making that the first tier now, the 5-point tier. And they're moving the 2 caches for the 2nd and 3rd tier now. So this is actually very good for newer players, because newer players can't even do the 99-point tier, because you have to be at least geared for U5 or U6, I believe, to get that 99-point tier. So now players get that free coin instantly. So their first challenge they do every day will give them 6 coins, which is very good. And it also makes it to where there were a lot of players that thought that the 99-point tier was worthless because it only offered 1 coin, which was actually a huge mistake on the player's behalf, because spending an extra 2 minutes for that 1 coin was extremely worth it. And I guess you could just say now players can't be dumb anymore, and they have to get that 1 coin. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to read my notes a little bit. I don't see anything else that I wrote down. Again, there wasn't much being said this week because they're trying to separate all their changes, because apparently they're not going to have the patch done by February. It's going to be March, so I guess they're just prolonging it even more, giving us little bits of information to keep us, or to keep themselves relevant, I guess, because they're going to take a lot longer than they anticipated. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a like. Also, by the way, I will be giving away a Radiant banner. So if you want to get this Radiant banner, which I will be showing on screen right now, all you need to do is leave your IGN below. That's it. Just type out your IGN. You don't need to say anything else if you don't want to. And yeah, that's it. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.